Please subscribe, like, and share. It really helps us out. And of course, if you have any questions, comment below and we will answer you as soon as we can. Welcome to our series on IGCSE English as a second language exam preparation. In today's video, we are going to be talking about letter writing. If you haven't seen our previous videos, click on the card above.
In your exam, expect to see a letter writing task. This is almost always an informal letter. We'll detail formal letters here as well, just in case. Firstly, informal letters. These are usually to your friends or family, usually asking you to detail a recent event you took part in and they didn't. We need to read the question carefully. What are you writing about? The opening day of a visitor attraction in your town. Who are you writing to? In this case, it is a friend. In your email, yes, it is an email in this case, you need to include a description of the visitor attraction. Explain what happened that day. Say whether you think the attraction will be a success or not. Your email will need to be between 150 and 200 words long.
You must be familiar with the format of an informal letter. Start with a salutation, like dear or dearest. Next will be your introduction. This is followed by the body, which is maybe 2 paragraphs. Then a conclusion. Lastly, your signature, examples being with love or yours truly. The salutation and signature are simple. What about the others? Let's take a look. Firstly, the introduction. Start with a warm, friendly opening. Ditch the boring "how are you doing?" and go for these instead. It was good to hear from you. Sorry for not replying sooner. I have been very busy. I'm so sorry for taking so long to reply. I have been revising for my exams. Congratulations on your award. It's been a hectic week over here. So sorry I couldn't write to you earlier. This is a good opening because it tells the examiner that you know this person well. Tell them why you're writing the letter. This will be specified in the question paper itself. Keep it very short. In the example above, you could say, I've been dying to tell you about this circus that came to town last Friday.
Let's move on to the body. This is the actual content of your letter. Provide more details about the topic. Use lots of adjectives and verbs and really relay your thoughts and emotions. Use the prompts and pictures in the question. You can write it in 2 paragraphs to organize your ideas. In the example before, you could write, nobody knew about the circus arriving. But the moment they opened the entrance, all the villagers started flocking in. Steve and I begged for Mom and Dad to take us there. It was magnificent, in every sense of the word. There were talking parrots, tigers jumping through fire hoops. Steve ran away scared when he saw the tiger, an elephant that could predict your weight, a fortune teller, and all sorts of things you see in the circuses and movies. Mom was fascinated by the Guess the Price tent and spent a lot of money on it but didn't guess a single one right. Dad and I went to every single tent. My favorite was this magic show. The magician literally turned a rat into a rabbit. I have no idea how. It was truly magical. We stayed there till dusk and then very reluctantly went back. The circus clearly had won the hearts of all villagers.
Lastly, let's talk about the conclusion. The conclusion has to wrap up the letter. For example, I really wish you were there. You would have loved it. Give my regards to Margaret and Aunt Marie. Reply soon. Check out the description for a download link for the full letter. Now let's go through some tips on writing the letter. 1. Take care of spelling, punctuation, and grammar. It's a writing task after all. 2. Don't use abbreviations and slang such as you and OMG. This is an international exam, not an actual email to your friend. 3. Keep the tone very light and warm. An informal letter should be informal. 4. Writing a paragraph for each bullet point, given in the question, can be a good method of keeping the letter organized. 5. Give personal anecdotes. Add details that tell the examiner you really know each other. In my sample answer, I used the names Steve, Margaret, and Aunt Marie without giving any explanation for who they exactly are, because my friend knows who they are. 6. Try using time phrases. For example, shortly after that, later, that afternoon, or after dinner. Keep to the word limit. It should be at least 150 words and shouldn't exceed 200 words. However, if you wrote 10 to 15 words in excess, you should be okay. Any more than that, then the examiner would deduct marks.
Next, let's look at formal letters. These will be written to somebody in a position of authority, usually to your school principal or the manager of a company. I'll give a very brief idea how to write one. Firstly, salutations and signatures. Use either of these formats. Dear Sir or Madam, and signing off with yours faithfully. Or, Dear Ms. Weasley, and signing off with yours sincerely. Next, the introduction. Be straight to the point. Why are you writing? To appreciate, complain, suggest, request, or disagree? What are you writing in regard to? A new project, a newspaper advertisement, an article, or an event? Mention it. That's your introduction.
Next, the body. This can be divided into 2 paragraphs. First, the details of the situation. Give the previous history of the event or your background or experience. Say what happened exactly if you were making a complaint, or focus directly on the text you are arguing with. This section should include specific data such as names, dates, facts, and details. Second, further development. Give further support to your claim or request. Summarize the current situation and why you should be given consideration. Try and persuade the reader. Lastly, the conclusion. Say what you wish to happen next. Suggest, firmly but politely, what may happen if you do not receive a response to a complaint. Wrap up by once again stating your request, your complaint, or your suggestion, and politely say something along the lines of I hope you will consider this and take action as soon as possible.
Now for our tips on writing a formal letter. 1. Use formal vocabulary only. Instead of can't wait for your reply, say I hope you will consider the above suggestion and take prompt action. 2. Don't use contractions like can't, won't, don't, where. Use their full forms. Contractions are informal. 3. Don't use exclamation marks. 4. Your tone should be serious and respectful. 5. Keep to the word limit. And lastly, let's talk about time management. For the core paper 1, take about 20 minutes to attempt this question. For the extended paper 2, spend about 30 minutes.
Thank you for watching our video. Please like, subscribe and share. And comment below so we can clarify things for you.